Everybody's been lying to you all your life, and you're the only one that has
that
the
is
right
exactly what they're saying. They're saying that the government, NASA, any scientific body is basically lying to you about the fact that the Earth is round. Question: did we go to the moon? Welcome to the Blue Lounge Podcast. Come spend some time in our idiocy and feel better about yourself. Let's get started.
That the Earth is flat?
No, they use the... Okay.
Like having faith in an omnipotent power that you can't see, you can shit all over that. But it seems like it's still better than having faith that the Earth is flat because you've seen proof that it is not. Like there is... The God thing is good because you can't prove that he does or does not exist.
Right.
Get into philosophy, but it's like, Jesus, the Earth thing, we figured that out already. Like, that's not a mystery.
There are satellites in orbit around this motherfucker.
Yeah, so that's stupid. It's like, get off your rock. Pick something else. We've already proven that one wrong.
The
and
fact
you can
that
yell about it all day long, but there's proof.
That you can pull up your Google Maps and it tells you exactly where you are.
That's right.
Is proof that the Earth is not flat.
Thank you for taking this journey with us.
That's right. So
around the globe.
Is it a globe? This is our flat earther session. I
guess that's the topic.
Choking on the beers. Is it
from
a
the
globe?
other side of the world?
Is it a big ball in the sky in the space?
In space, yeah.
All right. As we all know, Earth, big ball.
The only place we've ever known.
Space. We have a moon, which is round. And
it revolves around this thing.
Around us, right?
That is round in some capacity is the argument, right? Where it's either a sphere or a disc, right?
And as we know, it revolves around the Earth, and the Earth revolves around the sun because the sun is a ginormous ball of fire.
Like a Frisbee.
No, they don't argue that the sun is not a ball.
No.
So the sun is a giant ball that heats all the planets, and
so when you look out over the solar system, there's only one thing that's not a ball in the whole.
I guess I know. All right, so flat earthers, what flat earthers say?
I've heard some other arguments, and some of them I like them.
They make you stop and go, huh? At first, and then you're like, wait, why didn't I think of?
So I'm a fan of knowledge. I like to know things just for the sake of knowing things. It doesn't mean that I have to agree with the things that I've learned or the things that have been told to me.
Apparently, the reason that this is on the rise is because everybody's blaming YouTube because they put YouTube videos out and then people flock to them.
Right.
But go ahead.
No, I didn't have anything.
You're looking for knowledge.
I thought you were going to say it's all part of some big government conspiracy theory where the government's trying to.
They think so. Flat earthers feel that.
By the way, I love me some conspiracy theories.
That I know that, and I like the ones that make you go, "Oh shit, that makes a lot of sense." And sometimes I have felt myself whenever I've listened to their arguments, I was like, "Huh, that makes sense," but I also don't know the science behind why it's not that, so I can't refute it. But so they're really based. The flat earthers are based really in conspiracy. The government, science. Everything is out to...
Everybody's been lying to you all your life, and you're the only one that has the right
that is exactly what they're saying. They're saying that the government, NASA, any scientific body is basically lying to you about the fact that the Earth is round. Question: did we go to the moon?
Yeah.
Okay. Flat earthers say that even... And I don't know that I didn't look it up either, but they are saying that even Buzz Aldrin...
I've seen that video.
Says he did not.
That we didn't go.
That it was fake.
To go back to a previous, I don't know how.
I've never seen the video, so I don't know.
So
it's probably a video that people clip together.
Right.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know. But I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen in the future if we want to keep doing something We need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. Money.
And that's
That
what I was.
sounds like
That's actually
that.
what I was going. What I
Oh,
was
right,
alluding
those
to.
faked videos, the
Yeah,
deep fakes, yeah.
the new AI videos. Like,
Totally could be one of
could have been
those.
one of those.
And those are so
How would
convincing.
we ever know?
I wouldn't know if he did or didn't say it. I haven't watched any videos of him talking, but yeah, yeah. And I don't know what they say. I also haven't figured out, and I didn't look up, but I guess they think we're lying about people being in the International Space Station. They say it's just a studio on a movie lot, I guess.
Just a studio. So just a studio on a movie lot. I guess they're doing rigging to keep them in there, keep them
Yeah,
suspended
to
in
make
the
it look
air,
like I don't know how
or they're
they.
doing the plane with the.
Oh, you know what it is? Because astronauts do their training in water. So there a lot of them are saying that it's that, and they'll use lighting because like some of their training videos show where the light is shining down so they can see what they're doing in the water. And so they compare that to the actual video of them being on the moon or whatever in conjunction with the whatever contraption they're around and say that the lighting is exact same. So of course this is all staged and done in a pool.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy
I
it.
just
I
I
mean,
also
the astronauts do use water training for some exercises because it's the closest that we can get to weightlessness here on Earth without spending all the money because it costs a lot of money to go up there.
do we not have like anti-gravity chambers?
No,
Is it possible to have an anti-gravity
I mean,
chamber?
I guess
Do we have the technology for it?
no. I don't think no. I think the best that we could do is some kind of maglev thing. I don't know even know that that's even possible.
Or is that a government conspiracy to make you think we don't have that?
So I am not so full of myself to think that DARPA doesn't have some things that would
Don't know
blow
about.
that would blow our minds,
Oh, I'm sure.
probably literally and
Oh
figuratively.
shit, speaking of DARPA. Did you see the video where they made a robot? I heard about this I don't think I saw the
Is
video.
that the
but
one with they're trying to teach you how to
trying to
recognize
teach
people?
it, yes, and the
Yeah.
fucking military, the
They're
Marines
dressed up
tricked
like
it.
trees and shit.
And I bet those engineers feel real dumb. They're
Well,
like,
I mean,
fuck.
that's the whole purpose of the exercise,
How
right?
did
Is to teach the robots.
yeah, the engineers are like, damn it, didn't think about that. Now, how do we get it to recognize that's a person?
Right.
That was the funniest fucking thing.
All right. So what's some of your
So-
biggest one?
They quote the Bible a lot and talk about the firmament. I don't know a whole lot about what the Bible says about the firmament.
I remember it being a passage in the Bible. But
So there's two different maps that they are saying. So one is that the earth is a disk basically, and there's a giant ice wall that keeps all the oceans in.
and the dragons on the other side.
I don't know, but apparently it
Oh,
corresponds.
sorry, it's the White Walkers, isn't it? It's the White
I don't know,
Walkers
but
that are
it
on the other side.
corresponds with Antarctica. So
Okay.
I'm guessing they're saying that if you get to the edge, they say if you get to the edge that it's like dark matter. That's what I remember reading. And then the other is that it's like a snow globe. So it's flat on the bottom and has the little dome and that's how our atmosphere stays in and whatnot. And the oceans stay in.
Okay.
Don't just run off the edge.
That's why planes can't fly just in one direction and keep
Mm.
going because
Yeah.
they'll hit the dome.
And that's
Okay.
that's also why they say we've never been to space because they just hit the dome and
Interesting.
fall.
Yeah. How high are we saying that the dome is? Because this thing that you're holding in your hand that you use every day is bouncing off satellites that are up there in space.
You know what
So-
else they have done is they've gone way the fuck back. So not only is our Earth flat,
Mm-hmm.
but they also say that the sun revolves around the Earth. Like they've gone way back for this shit. They believe the sun. They said it's
geocentric model.
They also say that the sun is local and not like the same sun.
I saw that where it's
Yeah,
like
like it's a
spotlight
local
pointing
sun.
down.
Yeah. So that's and how you know how they explain gravity, right? Apparently the Earth is moving in an upward direction, and that's how everything stays to the ground. It's not gravity.
It's because we're
It's
moving so
inertia,
fast.
momentum, yeah.
Yeah.
And that keeps us on the ground.
That's conceivable because when you're in a car and the car is going 70 miles an hour and you're just sitting there.
Yeah,
But if you were to open the door, you'd have a bad time.
it's true. You would. It would hurt real, real bad.
Hmm.
And so they have a whole fucking community and website that explains their position on everything. It's the Flat Earth Society.
Okay.
And they,
Let me guess, they're not a part of Mensa, are they?
I'm guessing not. But apparently in 2017, it started with some rapper that wanted to raise money for a rocket to prove that the Earth was flat, so he could shoot it into space and prove that the Earth was flat.
Interesting.
And apparently, YouTube has posted a video, and everybody just goes crazy and is like, "Yay, flat Earth!"
There's a period of time where my TikTok was giving me a lot of flat earth stuff.
Man, mine
And I get
is.
so tired of seeing it that
There's
I could scroll past it.
there's a lady that who didn't believe in flat Earth until she was read. I don't remember what Bible verses that talk about the firmament and how the Earth is laid out, and
Right.
now all of a sudden she believes because so it's heavily based in religion, not a specific religion, but religion.
Right.
Because apparently the Bible says something about it. And it is based in conspiracy theories that the government's lying to us, and they really despise NASA. They say that NASA lies all the time. And they even say
Well,
the
I mean-
shuttle didn't actually explode.
So I'm not going to sit here and say that any government agency doesn't embellish the truth or use a lie of omission from time to time.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite stand-ups I've seen here on TikTok not too long ago. Is this guy? I wish I could remember his name, but he was saying, "You mean to tell me you don't believe in any conspiracy theory?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a strong stance to take.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
government's just batting 1,000 at telling us the truth."
No,
No.
they would never be batting
Yeah, I
a
wish I could
thousand.
remember his name to give him his credit, but
Yeah, I know. I remember that. So did Aristotle actually travel to Egypt and see different constellations? That's they
I have no idea what that's talking about.
so that
So I
he's
do think
he's the first one that said that the Earth was round, and that was why, because he traveled to Egypt, saw different constellations, and deduced somehow and that the Earth was round. It's Aristotle. How can you?
so. I do think that the sky throughout ancient history has looked vastly different than it does now. And if you really want to take a dive into something, it's very interesting. But I think it's about an hour and a half long. It's a video on YouTube called "The Thunderbolt of the Gods," and one of the things that he talks about in the video is he goes around and he looks at cave art or like art from
Yeah, yeah.
ancient peoples, and you'll see similar images in their art. One of them is like a supernova in the sky. It's very interesting. You should watch it. It offers a very unique perspective on things. Anyway, so to me, that just reinforces that the sky looked vastly different than
Yeah.
it does today.
Yeah, they say that history repeats itself. So
Every 80 years, is that the thing?
oh
80
yeah,
year
I saw
cycle?
that. I saw that video too.
Yeah.
I think I sent that to you actually, but I just never really thought that this kind of stuff would go around so strongly. There's so many more people getting on the bandwagon of
Yeah.
flat Earth than
Well, and I wonder how much of that. I wonder if it's always been around, for one,
it has.
and for two, I wonder if we just know about it more now because we're more connected now than we ever have been before.
Yeah, I think the Flat Earth Society's been around for quite a long time.
Right.
I think even back in Columbus's days, or even past that, there were flat earthers and dissenters about that stuff.
So Antarctica surrounds us like a bowl, keeping all the water in.
Yeah, so I didn't ever have a chance to look up about what the deal was about not being able to fly over Antarctica. Is that a thing?
Because you'll hit the dome.
Or you'll run into black matter or
Black
dark
matter.
matter. Sorry, dark matter. You'll run into
Oh, black matter, dark matter.
dark matter. Because dark matter's bad. Don't you want to run into dark matter? Dark matter's
We're
what
actually
made
searching. So
dark matter's what made Spider-Man and all that, right?
yeah.
Uh,
No, I don't remember.
No, it wasn't Spider. It was Daredevil. No, Flash. The Flash. The Flash was made with dark matter because they had that hadron collider thing, and it collided and
Yeah, I don't.
blew up dark matter. I don't remember.
My
Anyhow,
friends were always real into comic books, but I was not.
I don't know. I watched the series Flash, and it
Yeah.
goes over that. So yeah, dark. So who's looking for dark? What about dark matter?
The Large Hadron Collider. I could have told you the acronym for it until the dog started.
One had a bath, so they got to fight with each
One
other.
of the things that they're looking for is proof that dark matter even exists.
Gotcha. Do you think it exists?
I think that there's a strong possibility. So
And what does it do? What is the dark matter supposed to do?
I'm not a theoretical physicist.
Now I'm disappointed.
I only went to college for a year and a half, right?
So, speaking of college, I put the Flat Earthers in the Idiocracy movie.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that.
All of the smarter people are waiting to have children's. And so the not as smart people procreate
mean-
much faster.
Purely anecdotal, I think that there's a lot of truth to that. Because when I was younger and dumber, I had a kid. I love her. She's a good kid. But now that I'm older and I have more responsibilities and more pressures
Do you think
in my
that's
life,
because you were young and dumb and didn't want to wear a condom?
sex is better without a condom.
Because, you were trying the pull-out method.
My pull-out game was weak, but
It was weak.
But no, now that I'm older and I'm in a arguably more stable relationship, I've considered having a child with her. But we're both older now, and the risks for her.
She never wanted one, though.
No, she never wanted them.
It's because she's a teacher. She knows she's a
Yeah.
bad shit.
You deal with people's kids all day long. Anyways, now that I'm older, I'm more calculated in the risk that I'm willing to take regarding chitlins.
Yeah. Your life experiences get better.
Right. Like I said, I love my daughter. She's good. I wish that I could have waited till I was a little older because we were young. Anyway, I don't know what that has to do with flat Earth, but
Yeah, because we started talking about idiocracy.
you're right.
Do you think the flat earthers are the ones that put like once? I saw and
I think there's a whole nother group of idiots out there.
the video that had an elevator and it had first, second, third floor, but it had one, second, and third. So they all had TH. I was like, it's spreading.
Spreading.
It's because we started doing more homeschool type situations where
So what's some of your notes on here?
they had a conference and then the shit that they had their conference titles, their rooms. One was how to talk to your family and friends about flat earth. I'm assuming without laughing.
Oh yeah, to go back to that. It's your wife was asking earlier that or saying something along the lines of not wanting to talk to people who espouse this belief or whatever. And as I was saying, is I feel like it all depends on how militant they are. If they're like, oh, the earth is flat, and then then we have to have a whole conversation about how stupid you are. Like vegans, just if they shoved it down your throat about the earth being flat, like vegans do about not killing animals.
Not killing animals.
I don't have a problem with
And
you
how the
don't wanna
food
hear
they
about
eat kills animals anyway.
it. Right, right. I don't have a problem with you being vegan. I just don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, no kidding. The meat eaters don't push meat at
Yeah.
you all the time. Anyhow,
good.
and another one of their classes was NASA and other space lies. Because NASA is not a scientific body of any kind.
Well,
14
they only
plus-
employ some of the
Oh,
smartest
that
people
was
in
the other
world.
one. 14 plus ways the Bible says flat earth. And I would like to know what those, I want to take that class. I want to know the 14 ways the Bible says flat earth.
Yeah. and Again, but then you have to go back to consider the time. Like
That's
you as
true.
an author, when you're writing something down, you can only write about the things that you know about or the things that you understand. And so if you don't understand that you're on a ball hurtling through space, then you're not going to write about being on a ball
We're not
hurtling.
hurtling through space. We're circling a fucking
Well, we
ball
are.
of fire.
We are, but that ball of fire is hurtling through space. That the ball of fire is not stationary.
I always picture it as stationary.
It's not.
I'm gonna continue to picture it as stationary.
No, it's not. So I don't know enough about it to to tell you what it's orbiting around, but the sun is also moving, and the way to visualize it is like the sun is moving through space, and we're lagging behind it, like
We're
the sun's punching a hole into the fabric, and we're falling around the edge of the fabric, going towards it. I don't know if that
so
makes
it's not a local sun.
it's not a stationary sun.
it's
It is local. It's the only sun we have.
it's local to our solar system, but not local to our planet.
That I don't understand.
It's not like a giant spotlight up in our sky.
Oh no.
I mean, it's all coming out wrong.
Well,
It
so
is
then
a giant spotlight in our
so
sky.
then
but-
I would wonder how flat earthers explain coronal mass ejections and the aurora borealis, and
I want to know how they explain
so you said that it
like the
doesn't have
Hubble
to-
telescope pictures.
that they don't think that the sun is flat. They just think the Earth is flat.
Yeah, it's just the Earth. I think they even think the moon is round.
Yeah. So like the James Webb Space Telescope or the Hubble, like what's your rationale for that?
Maybe they think that those photos are deep fakes. The new videos that are coming out. You can probably make a Hubble telescope photo in Photoshop.
Oh, you definitely could. Yeah.
So maybe that's what they think.
I can't argue at that point because you definitely can do it. You can make a deep space.
I don't know.
image
I'm just
in
arguing for
Photoshop.
them.
Right.
I think that the Hubble telescope is real.
Right.
But I feel like maybe because they think science is a lie, right? That NASA's lying, so NASA does the Hubble telescope.
All science is a lie, or just science as it pertains to?
Yeah, whenever you argue with them, you cannot argue from a scientific point of view. You have to argue from a stupid point of view.
From the state point of view. That's your official stance.
That is an official stance. You have to argue with them like you're as dumb as they are.
Like you're talking to fourth graders.
I don't even know if they're that
Listen
old.
here, Timmy.
I don't even know if they can understand fourth grade science.
Some of their theories are interesting. I definitely see how they arrive at their conclusion.
Yeah, no, I've heard some of the videos I've watched of people explaining their flat Earth theory have made me go, huh.
Right.
And
some
I
of the-
hate that, but
Some of the fake moon landing videos have made me go like,
I know I've seen some of those, and I'm like, shit, did we fix it? But you got to think about the time that it was made in. Like they didn't have that technology back then. I don't
Yeah, I
think,
don't know.
or did we?
or did DARPA was still around back then.
And they,
Fucking
yeah.
shit up.
So basically, DARPA or the government, they have better technology than we know they do. So they had it back then, but they
Well,
just
so how do-
slowly release the technology to the public.
So if the Earth is flat or it's in a dome like a snow globe,
Mhm.
how do they rationalize Roswell?
I don't know what they say about aliens.
Yeah. So if there's a dome around this whole thing,
Well,
if that's your stance, then how did they get in? Or were they always here?
I don't know. Aliens are a totally different podcast, but
Yeah, aliens are. But
but I don't know. Can you? Because obviously you can't travel through space, right? Because if we can't get into space, then if we can't travel through space, nobody can, right? I'm gonna assume
so
is their stance.
is all habited planets in the known universe, are they all covered by domes? Or is it just
I don't
this-
know. I'm gonna assume that they think that we are alone in this universe.
Most people do.
I don't. There's like
Right,
shit tons of galaxies.
I think if you look at the sheer scope and magnitude,
I think
of
you're
the
super
universe,
naive to think that we are
right? That
alone.
we're the only ones. This is it.
I also think it's weird to believe that aliens come here just to stick things up your ass.
Don't they?
Maybe they feel like we as a race like it.
Yeah, we heard that you like shit.
That's- They're like,
You were taking pictures of it just 5 minutes ago.
they're like, you have proctologists. That's just
You have
what
a
we're
whole
doing.
profession about sticking shit up
that's
your
right.
ass.
That's what we're doing. Only it teaches us about you.
More specifically, how you react when you get something stuck up your ass.
Yeah, I didn't look at their. I don't know if they have a position on. They're into conspiracy theories, so surely they believe.
Yeah, surely they believe in aliens
They
because they believe in
surely.
conspiracies, or they're strong in conspiracy beliefs.
Yeah, that's like a
So
foundation
then you
for their
believe in
beliefs.
aliens. So then how do you reconcile that? I guess we need a flat earther.
We do. I guess they reckon the and see, but you bring up these points and they'll be like,
Right.
I
It's because they don't
know.
believe in science, so they can't rationalize it.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you're the one that believes in the flat disc that's surrounded by ice and dark matter,
Like we're the knights of the watch.
we've got to keep the Ice King from. Is it Ice King? Is that what he was?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. From
think it
going
was.
over the wall. Anyhow,
So disappointing how they ended that.
it really is. They had so much going for them. They could have done it so differently. But yeah, if you believe that we're on a disc and that we're just hurtling straight up through space at 1G is what they say specifically. If you
Well,
think
it's
that, you
accept-
can't have, I guess, if you think that, you can only have
The accelerate.
aliens crashing into the planet, because how would they account for the 1G?
So the acceleration due to gravity is like 9.8 meters per second or something like that.
So it said instead of gravity, it accelerates
remember. It's been-
upward at 1G,
Right, 1G is just.
and they just call it universal acceleration.
So
there
when
were
I-
a lot
when I
of
was in
there were
phys-
other figures.
When I
but-
was in physics, there was a calculation for gravity, and I believe it's 9.8 meters per second. But I haven't looked at that in a long time.
But anyway, I would figure if we're hurtling at 1G, wouldn't they only be able to crash into Earth?
They couldn't get off of it.
They wouldn't be able to get off of it. No, because we can get in the air, right? Just not that high.
What happens to the rockets that they send up? We literally, if you click, you can click on SpaceX on your TikTok and watch the Falcon 9 take off. And where does it go? Does it just crash into the dome and then come back, or wait or stop before it hits the dome?
Maybe
and then
they
come
just think
back?
he's had so many failures, like you can watch them take off and explode
Right.
shortly after. Maybe they just
Yeah.
assume he hasn't done it yet.
Right. We're trying to punch a hole in it.
Did that one guy send up the rocket with the rich people on it so they could see space? William
The
Shatner bought a seat.
Blue Origin or whatever. I think it's Blue Origin.
Sure, it's I think what the
I don't know
Virgin
if it ever happened. Yeah,
the Virgin Airline guys
Yeah, I don't know.
or guy.
What was his?
Richard?
What was his? Virgin Galactic was his startup for space travel.
How much did the seats cost? I forget. I don't know. I
More
kind
than
of
we can ever talk about.
It's true. I think of it as the same as that submersible.
Yeah, you got
I don't
stupid
want-
amounts of money, and
I don't want to go on
you
an
deserve stupid
inaugural
things to happen.
anything.
Yeah, you got stupid amounts of money, and you deserve stupid shit to happen to you.
Yeah. I don't want to do an inaugural anything. Be like, no, I'll wait till you do it a few times.
Right.
We'll see how the first 10, 100 go. Something like that. Anyway, that is our sign to stop talking about flat Earth, because the dogs are like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the dogs have had enough.
One of them had a bath and was like, they're talking about flat Earth, damn it.
Thanks
Let's
for
yell at
listening.
them. We're Phaleon and Binks of the Blue Lounge Podcast. That's our show, and thank you for spending time with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time.